Brothers and sisters, I see that our minister is ready to come, and we're ready to receive him. And I must say this before he approaches the rostrum, that we are so grateful and thankful that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan had the wisdom to bring to the West Coast Minister Tony Muhammad. How many of you read an article on Minister Tony Muhammad in the last Sentinel? Minister Tony Muhammad is a jewel among men. And we can see that, brothers and sisters, in the love that he has demonstrated and is demonstrating in our community. And we thank him for defending our leader and teacher, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. So I bring to the rostrum our helper and aider here for the Western region, the representative of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, Minister Tony Muhammad.
Sir. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the one God to whom all praise is due, we thank Almighty God, Allah, for giving to us all the prophets in the mighty scriptures that they have brought to man and mankind. We thank Almighty God in his infinite wisdom for giving to Moses the Old Testament. We thank him in his infinite wisdom for giving to Jesus the New Testament. We thank that mighty God and his wisdom for giving to Muhammad the Holy Quran. But that mighty God wisdom would have to stretch to America one day. And we thank him, as it is written, that he, at the end of time, will be searching for a people who is lost. We believe that that people that is lost is none other than the black man and woman here, particularly in America, and then throughout the diaspora of the world. We thank God for coming to us in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, where he taught that great Georgia-born black man by the name of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad supreme wisdom. And we thank them for backing the one that's in our midst today, that one that in my humble opinion, he is a Jesus type. I didn't say he is the Jesus. I said he is a Jesus type. A man who knows how to defend the defenseless. A man who is the best defense attorney that the oppressed people have had in a long time. That bold leader, that brilliant leader is none other than the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. In their holy and righteous names, I greet you all in the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Brothers and sisters, welcome today to what we call the Truth Hour. To our television listening audience, certainly we hope that you have been enjoying this series where we are answering the questions and concerns of our dear brother, Pastor Price, and others like him. He has just been bold enough to try and step out and challenge the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his student, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. But I believe, with the help of God, we have beat him back into his church, and he's got to now rethink his position. But we have to thank Allah for our brother. You know, for scripture says, forgive them, for he know not what he do. He was taught by the slave master. Yes, he was. Where did he get his doctorate degree from? I want to thank all of those who came before me. Student Minister Vernon Muhammad, student minister and assistant to myself here, Minister Charles Muhammad, and to a wonderful sister who was bestowed the title minister by the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, who is a student minister and a helper of him and me here in Los Angeles, Sister Minister Aisha Muhammad. Let's give them all a round of applause. Yes. To our guests, brothers and sisters, we want to thank those of you who are here for your first time. Maybe this is your second, third, or fourth time. But we really want to thank you for having enough courage to come for yourself and hear what we have to say about the Bible and the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We thank Reverend Price for holding up this book to the world, Message to the Black Man. The only thing that he has done that is wrong, he skips around the book. So therefore, he don't give you everything in its proper context. So get the book for yourself and read it from cover to cover. And if you don't like it, then you can throw it away. But don't take Reverend Price's word for nothing. You have to get the book yourself. So we thank you, Reverend Price, for holding this book up to the world. Now, brothers and sisters, I want to just lay a backdrop again, for we may have new viewers. For those of you who have been liking this series, and you know you've been listening to lies for over 400 years. You have even given your monies to the purveyors of these lies. You send your money to Jerry Lewis, and he don't give a damn about your children. You send your money to these wicked spin doctors, and they put their hand up on the television and tell you to touch the TV as if they can give you a blessing. And my God, the Negro, go for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Is that right? In one of our lessons that was given to us by Master Farad Muhammad, a book of supreme wisdom, the question is asked, why do you love the devil? Because he gives you nothing. You send your money to these white evangelists, and in return, they give you nothing. We're asking those of you who are listening to the Truth Hour, send a kind contribution to Muhammad's Mosque number 27. You can send that to 8713 South Vermont. And I promise you that if you send a kind contribution, we'll give it back to you in the way of a school for our children. We'll give it back to you in the way of a drug rehab for our brothers and sisters. We'll give it back to you in the way of a halfway house that we can deal with lost souls. We'll give it back to you in the way of cleaning up our community like it has never been done before. So send a contribution to Farrakhan today. And in return, we will correspond with you, and you can become an honorary member of the Friends of Farrakhan in the Nation of Islam. Is that right? So Reverend Price, write a check. Our question becomes a couple of things to our Christian community. In our series, we believe we have proven that Jesus did not teach a religion called Christianity. We have proven that. Is that right? We have proven that the Bible, in so many parts, reveals that God is a man. Right? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan is teaching us that there was two things that our detractors, our enemies, our slave masters never wanted us to know. They did not want us to know the true knowledge of God. And they did not want us to know the true knowledge of the devil. For these two entities, they wanted you and I to believe that they was just a spirit, a spook, and a mystery. We have proven that this is an outright lie. We have proven, Reverend Price, and to the Christian community that is looking at this series, we are on part 8. So you need to go get part 2 and 3 in particular, where we go and break down the Bible and show you that King James and the Caucasians of Europe took the original writings of God and changed them. And in every Bible that was published prior to 1971, in the preface of the book, the scholars admit it was 32 scholars, Caucasians. There was not even a Japanese at the table. No Indian was at the table. The brown man wasn't at the table. No Asian scholars was at the table. And black man, you don't even have a table. Huh? 32 scholars, Reverend Price, in your book. They admit that the Bible have grave defects in it. They say it is so many that this Bible is going to have to go under constant revisions. We have proven that every book in the Bible, there are some books in the Bible that the scholars admit they don't even know who the author is. We thought the book was from God. Y'all all right? But you got to go back. I ain't got time to go through. If you're new today, you missed that, get the series. Some of the authors say the book of Psalms, they say some of it was written by David. And some of it was written by other scholars. We want to know what part David wrote, because I don't want that other piece. Come on, Christians, don't get mad. Don't turn off the TV. You need to face the truth. And if we're wrong, I have challenged every Christian preacher in Los Angeles. Everyone, I'm challenging every Christian preacher in Los Angeles. This is on TV. I'm going to say it again. I'm challenging every Christian preacher. If you can show me where Jesus taught Christianity and he said he did, I'll leave Farrakhan right now and get with you. But if you can't do that and I can show you where he didn't teach Christianity, what you gonna do, partner? What you gonna do? Look, it's not a mean spirit. I'm talking about for real. Huh? I will go to any Bible study, any ambush. You can set up an ambush for Farrakhan's followers. I walk into an ambush with truth. Ping, ping, ping. I mean, you please. Not to fight, no. But we got a dialogue, Christian brothers. Come on, Christian preachers. You know the slave master didn't teach you right. He didn't even treat you right. Huh? The question is, Reverend Price, who is your teacher? You know, he's mad at his teacher. He's doing a series on racism in Christianity, but he didn't go deep enough. He didn't tell us when racism started. If he'd have went in his Bible and went to Adam, he would have found out that Adam is the starter of racism. The word Adam, we proved last week, the word Adam in and of itself come from the Hebrew word diem, mean a ruddy race people. The word ruddy mean white or rosy in complexion. I'm just laying the backdrop. But I met with some other clergy. I don't know if what they said to me is the truth, but many of them are calling me now. And inshallah, they're setting up a meeting with me and 20 other preachers. And they're going to cast their rod and we're going to cast ours. We're going to see who rod swallow up who rod. Huh? Please. Look, Farrakhan have absolute truth from Elijah Muhammad. And he got it from that man in your Bible called the Son of Man. He's been here and gone. Huh? He was in the heart of the earth, the Bible said, 3.5 years. Huh? Shoot. He came after a lost people, dead to the knowledge of ourselves, dead to the knowledge of our God. So the black man in America, he's walking, but he's dead. We are the walking dead. So under white supremacy, Reverend Price, they changed the Bible because the Bible comes out of Europe. The EU in Europe is caves and hillsides. The ROPE is the rope that our fathers used, Reverend Price, when we drove Adam out of the garden. Oh, did Adam? Yes, come on, Christians. Your book reads that Adam was drove out of the garden. But guess what? They never said where he went. We're going to tell you where he went today, God willing. Now see, Reverend Price, you started this. Now I'm asking, go to your preachers. Every Christian, go to your preachers. And Minister Tony Muhammad said he will sit and he will cast and you cast, and I want to see it. But we got to talk today. We got to stop acting like we all believe the same thing. We don't. See, it's easy to say, oh, well, let's just deal with where we're similar. But you can't heal like that. You heal when you take that bitter pill of differences. Good medicine tastes bad. Is that right? So, I don't want to know where I'm similar with white folks, because that's where they trick us at. I want to know, what is it about y'all? Everywhere y'all go, y'all start trouble. Look, by virtue of the many Christian scholars, Reverend Price, he knows that at the Council of Nicaea, under, some people say Constantine, Constantinople, whatever you want to say, but in the year 325 AD, many of the bishops, the popes of Rome, because all of them was teaching a different kind of teachings, because at that time there were tens of thousands of scriptures, books, original writings of God. But the Europeans, not the black man in Africa, man, I don't have my point. But the Europeans in Africa, in Europe, at around 1582, Reverend Price, and to our Christian families, they began to change some of the writings because there were tens of thousands of books, but they wanted to put it all together to come up with one book. So there were some books that they left out. I want to know, Reverend Price, or any theologian, why did they leave some books out and put some books in? What was in those other books that we might read and find out about? The Pope of Rome, as I've said to Reverend Price, he says in his debate to us that the Quran came after the Bible, and he's going to follow the oldest known source. The King James Version is not the oldest known source. We have proven that. Is that right? The Douay book came before King James. The Bishop Bible came before King James. The Geneva, the Great, the Matthews, Coverdale, Tyndale, Wycliffe, Varget, ancient version, ancient copies, most ancient copies in the original script. Reverend Price came before King James. Why did these Europeans take some books out and put some books in? King James only has 66 books, Reverend Price, but in the Pope of Rome, he's got 73 books. What's in his 6 books that's not in yours? Oh, come on, man. Now we got a deal. Y'all ready? Today, my job is, Reverend Price is reading from this book, Message to the Black Man. He knows, and Christian preachers who've gone to school, they know that the Bible is a book of scriptures. You in Hollywood, you know what a script is. A script is something that is written out of the mind of a man or a woman. Then they try to find characters to fit these roles. Right? God, he's all-knowing. Is that right? I don't know about your God, but my God is all-knowing. He knows what was. He knows what is. And he knows what's coming down the wheels of time. And he can write about it before it happens. And it's called scriptures. And people will grow up into their roles. Right? But Negroes, after coming out of slavery, the white man tricked us with the Bible. Huh? Painted Jesus in their color. See, black said, there you go. That don't matter to me. Yeah, see, because the damage already been done. Under white supremacy, we have been taught to defend white supremacy, and we don't even realize we're doing it. It's been ingrained in us for over 300 years. It's become a part of our genetic makeup. Protect the white man without even knowing you're doing it. Everything in his system called America that you try to uphold, it is white supremacy. His political system is white supremacy. Every Negro that goes to Washington, if we don't support them and make them fear us, they will begin to vote on issues that white folks vote on, that is our demise. Because under white supremacy, black people, brown people have been devalued. Right? We have no value to our life. We have been criminalized in the media. So when you use the word crime, it's synonymous to black and brown. Come on, talk to me. See, that's a system of white supremacy. Then black people get elected and they say, oh, we got to stop gangs. But in your mind, you never see a white boy as a gang member. See? Under white supremacy, he teaches us never to turn on him, but turn on each other. Right? He tells you when you get mad at him, sing now, sing we shall overcome. See? Just like in the book of Psalms, 137th Psalm, it reads, talking about us. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Huh? Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hung our harps in the willows, in the trees, right? They who took us away captive required of us a song. They who wasted us away required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of those songs of Zion. But the book goes on to say, and our ancestors looked up at the taskmaster and said, how can I sing the Lord's song in a strange land amongst a strange people? Huh? That's us. You done took our name, you took our language, you took my culture. You want me to sing? We'll sing. Everybody talking about him ain't gwine. Huh? Negro spirituals turned into Christian songs. Hell, our people was trying to pass a message through songs. We done got caught up. We start singing about the East. We sung a song saying, send me that good ship Jesus. Because you not knowing that Sir John Hawkins, a white man from Europe, he came to Africa in 1555. Go look it up, Reverend Price. On a ship named Jesus, and brought the first slaves over here to Jamestown, Virginia. Huh? You want to know why we reject Christianity? Jesus never taught Christianity. There haven't been a scholar, Christian scholar yet, to show us in the Bible, where did Jesus say he was a Christian? And I'll get with you. He never said the word, never even knew it. In fact, he never even spoke English. He didn't even know English. Yeah, it's going to be trouble. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the youth are going to start going into the church and snatching the preachers from the pulpit and say, is this true? Or have we been fooled? So we've shown you where in the preface of the Bible that the scholars say, who changed it, that is grave defects in it. Under the Seventh-day Adventists, Dr. White, their prophetess, she said, men of Europe, took the Bible as copyists because they wanted the Bible to lean toward their understanding. What was their understanding in 1582? They wanted to send out and control the world through white supremacy. Oh. See, go among the original people. Some he makes Catholics. Some he makes Baptists. Some he makes Episcopalian. Some he makes Methodists. Why do you do this, Caucasians? The Bible said worship no statue, no stone, no graven images. But the Catholics would kiss statues that look like white folks. Didn't Abraham turn over statues? See, Reverend Price, when you started your series on racism in the church, you didn't go deep enough. Then we found out that he's mad at this rich preacher named Hagen, who got him started on the evangelist level and taught him the money trick. Now, I'm going to be honest, because Reverend Price, you started this. You got nearly 20,000 members in your church. At best, in our mosque here at 27, we may have a core group of 300. We do more in the city of Los Angeles with 300 than you do with 20,000. The poor man in the street don't even know you. But they know Farrakhan. When they see this bow tie, they know it's synonymous to brother. When they see the sisters dressed like the woman of God, they jump off the sidewalk and give her ugly greeting. Salake, salam, slake, sister. But they don't call her the B word. Huh? Got to give you the backdrop to this series. We are lovers of our people, and we believe we have the truth. But I thank God for Reverend Price. He done something even a white preacher is scared to do. Challenge us. We've been talking about the white man for 70 years, but not one white scholar have came out and said, Farrakhan tell lies. They don't even write it in the paper, Farrakhan tell lies. They just say he's a hater, but they never say he tell lies. Because if they did that, they have to break out the books. See, we got the books on you, white people, and you know we got your books. They have been liars and murderers from the beginning. White supremacy in the educational system. We send our children to the public schools, and then they come out defenders of white people. They don't come out of the educational system to do something for self. They are trained to be better tools to be used by America. That's white supremacy. Because education mean to come out of. Educera, to lead us out. Lead us out of what? Out of bondage. So do education lead us out or draw us in? We're not being educated in the public school system. We're being indoctrinated. That's why God is tearing it up. So in a book, Reverend Price called Fall of America, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad writes that even the Caucasian children are going to start turning against their own education system. Elijah Muhammad said, and when you see the education coming down, you're seeing a civilization falling. Whether you think or you want to go to school, to hell with school. Damn teachers ain't teaching, they arrogant. Teachers got one damn degree and think they done arrived. It's 360 degrees in the universe and you got one. You got a degree in business, but don't have a degree in psychology. So with your business degree, a man who knows psychology can trick you out your money. I mean, look at our educators. They become doctors. They get arrogant. And the first thing they can say to me when I start questioning them in school, well, I got mine. You get yours. Minister Farrakhan said, if he had a teacher like that in the university, he'd fire them. Get the hell out of here. Some teachers, he said, they proud themselves and said, I flunked over 50% of my class. Such a teacher should never exist. You can't teach humanity. You flunk all your students. That's a condemnation of that damn degree you say you got. You got the wrong key. But when the master teacher comes, he comes with a master key to open up every rusty lock so that he can tap into your human potential. That's why they don't want Farrakhan teaching the black man, because he will lead you back to your father, and then your father's hearts will turn back to you. Oh, Farrakhan, don't take my Negroes, because as long as I got these niggas fooled, God can't do nothing to me, because the white man making mockery of God. Nah, I got your niggas. I got your people, and they believe that I'm God, and they believe you Satan. Huh? Who is this? Who is this? See, you don't want to deal with the real. This thing on? Go to technical people. Is that thing on, brother? Is it on? Is it on? Is the light on? Yes, sir. Light is on. Man, look. Who is this? I mean, just asking. Now, I can show you white supremacy real easy. I can take this picture down and walk to the corner, and any youth, I'll ask them, who is this? Jesus. And the question becomes, if it is, I ain't got no problem. But if it ain't, who told a lie? Was there a camera back in those days? Well, Dr. White said the European scholars copied the ancient writings of God to get the book to lean toward their understanding. The book of 2 Thessalonians says, let no man deceive you at any time. And that day will not come until the man of sin be revealed, who show himself in the temples and churches of God as God. Is this the man of sin? That's white supremacy. The book of Daniel says of Jesus, he had hair like lamb's wool. See, this is why all the brothers in South Central are putting perm in their hair. Because you're trying to look like Jesus, but you look... I don't want to hurt your feelings. I mean, you can't tell. I mean, they said a day will come when you can't tell a male from a female. I was riding down the freeway one day in my Benzo. And I saw a car in front of me, long hair. I mean, I'm human. I wanted to just take a peek. Ain't nothing wrong with looking at beautiful women. I look at the menu. You just can't order from it. So I catches up with the car. I look over, and when the person looked back, it's got a mustache and a beard. Man, I floored the car. I said, I'll be damned. I ain't looking to my left or my right no more. You can't tell men from women. Maybe that's why Al Sharpton wear his hair like that. Because white supremacy got him believing Jesus looked like that. Daniel said he had hair like lamb's wool. Huh? And his feet was the color of, some books say, jasper. Jasper is black. Or his feet was the color of brass burned in an oven. You take heat and put it anywhere near brass, it turned black as soot. Said his eyes was flaming red. That's the average black man in South Central. Huh? Our eyes so red, when people see us, they don't know whether to stop or proceed with caution. We're not dealing with white skin, we're dealing with white supremacy. White skin ain't devil, but the mindset of white supremacy is absolutely devil. And the purveyors of it oftentimes are white people, but they have become so cunning in their matrix system called religion, politics, and education. You have taken the blue pill. Now, black people will defend white supremacy. Hey, brother, the white man is the devil. We devils. I don't want to hear that. Nat Turner woke up to white supremacy. And now they can make a stamp. You can study Nat Turner in the public school system. And he killed white folks. But some old nigga turned him in. Master, Nat Turner and them is out there behind them trees. I heard them talk. I went to their meeting. And they said tonight at 8 o'clock, Master, they're going to try to tear down Weed's plantation. Huh? You can tell white supremacy when a nigga from IBM is at a parade and see a float and tell his son, that's our float. When did IBM become ours, Daddy? And that same man that pointed at that float can't promise his son the seat he's sitting in. That's white supremacy. White supremacy is black man come in the army. Be all you never can be. We become like a golden retriever for white supremacy. Come in, niggas. Gaddafi giving us trouble. What'd he do? He bombed that plane in Lockerbie. See, he ain't had to prove nothing. He just said it and you believed it. But in America, in the criminal justice system, they say you're innocent until proven guilty. Come on, brother. Is it really like that? Yeah, every one of us been before the court. Is that right? Their symbol is a female holding a scale with a napkin over her eye. But Reverend Price, every time a black man comes, she be peeking. You don't get no justice. Oh. What we want to do today, we got to prove a couple of things. The question becomes, where did white folks come from? Ain't nothing wrong with asking that. The question becomes, where did the black people come from? How did brown people get here? See, we don't want to talk that kind of talk. Who are the original people of the earth? A good question to ask, who is God? Who is the devil? That's what we want to do today after we hear from Reverend Price. I want you to hear what he say about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's book, Message to the Black Man, on page, where he started the people on page 105. He's dealing with a chapter called The Devil. But he didn't take you to the chapter where he teaching a chapter called The Making of Devil. I wonder why he avoided that chapter. But I'm going to have to familiarize you with that chapter because, again, he's taking the book out of context. Then, brothers and sisters, I know us. I'm going to show you where white scientists, white theologians, agree with Elijah Muhammad on the making of their race. I'm going to show you where in the Jewish Talmud they agree with Elijah Muhammad. I'm going to show you in the ancient writings of other people, the Indians over in India, they pre-saw the white man coming and wrote of his coming. The Native Americans knew about paleface. That's why when they landed, the medicine men was telling the other Indians, don't trust this pale one, because at his coming they also noticed a white buffalo. And they know that whiteness represented wickedness and evil. You can take it or leave it alone. But if you're going to disprove it, you got to do more than I don't believe it. You got to go in there and present facts back to me. I'm challenging every Christian preacher in LA. Prove what we're telling. I'm just a student. But my leading teacher's a little sick and he's down now. And you spitting on him. Now we standing up and saying, nah, partner, go to war with the remnants of his seeds. That's what you got to do. Now, brother, if you would roll the tape, listen to Reverend Price, and it won't take us long to deal. Y'all all right? Yes, now, brothers and sisters, I want to I got a lot of information to give to you, okay? Got a lot of information. And to our television listening audience, brothers and sisters, it's certainly an honor to see that we have guests with us today from all walks of life. You know, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said in the year 2000 that with the help of Allah, we are going to cause an effect on the political system like you've never seen before. We're going to dedicate every member of the Nation of Islam. We're going to start influencing the way our people vote. They've always wanted to know, what is Farrakhan going to do with his influence? You'll see. I'm going to do a study on every black politician. I'm telling you, if they sellouts, I'm going to tell you. Don't vote for this nigga. He's a sellout. She's a sellout. I'm telling you, you're not playing with our people no more. No politicians is playing with our people no more. I mean, that's real. But we got to start supporting our black politicians more. Huh? We got to go to when they're having meetings. And they need to persuade those other Caucasians who's voting against them. We need to show up by the thousands. Huh? Saying, hey, I'm with this person. I'm with that person. See? So we have with us today beautiful sister that I have examined since I've been here. I see her, in my opinion, these are just my opinions, as a person that's not scared. I take her word that she's a true, sincere fighter for her people and on behalf of all humankind. And we don't have to prove to white folks we care for them or we won't do nothing to them. Hell, they've been beating the hell out of us for 400 years and we never did nothing to them. But the Los Angeles school system is rotten to the core. Children can't even get books. Playgrounds are despicable. Huh? But with us today is a woman that I'm going to cast my vote for because she's in my district. She's running for the first district seat on the school board. I'm talking about our sister, Barbara Boudreaux. She's with us today. Let's give her a round of applause. She's with us. And at the end, maybe, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to class. Ma say, no, we ain't gonna preach. This is classroom. Everybody got paper and pencil? See what this? This is class. Also with us is that great professor running for a city council seat in Chocolate City, Compton. Another man, I don't live in Compton, but I'm gonna try to vote for him some kind of way. Maybe I'll change my address for a day. We're talking about Professor Amin Ra. He's with us today. That man got our support. And Sister Barbara, you have our support as well. And to the Muslims, we got to get more active in politics. We got to become political watchguards. Really. Some of you got to be trained into being lobbyists. See? Really, we got to do that. What they voting on today. Minister Tony, them, they voting on, then I'm coming out after them. We getting a report card of all black politicians. I don't care who they are. Yeah? Allah is blessing your little brother with a little popularity. I mean, they trying to make me believe I'm a rising star. In L.A., well, you shouldn't have said that because I like my leader. I'm putting pressure on everybody. You're going to be right by black people. Hell, I might run for Congress. Can't you see me in the White House now? I ain't vote for nothing. I don't agree. Hell no. No, y'all ain't building nothing. Huh? So we got to be for real, man, and stop trying to be apologists for being down for our people. Damn, black politicians, they try to please everybody else before they please their own constituent because they know the poor black man ain't watching them. But the Muslims going to be watching. So anyway, y'all ready? We got to go on with our class. Reverend Price, he really want to speak bad. Roll the tape.
It's cultural, not spiritual. The women still have to veil themselves, wear the same clothes that they wore in 7th century Arabia.
We dealt with that already.
Now, it's fine with me. I don't care what you wear. Go naked if you want to. I mean, I'm not knocking that. But I don't know why somebody may need that. I just, that's not even in these notes. But didn't I tell you to go to 2 Thessalonians? All right, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Beginning with verse 3. Let no one deceive you.
Freeze it.
Look what the New Testament said.
But hold on. Now, again, brothers and sisters, again, what we're dealing with is the devil a spirit, or do the Bible say that the devil is a man? All right? So that's what our focus is. In the 7 weeks, I believe we have presented enough evidence we have proved from the Bible's teaching that God is a man. You got to go get that series to get that truth. Now, we're dealing with, Reverend Price knows that the Bible is written in metaphoric terms. So he's saying that he haven't found nowhere in the Bible where the Bible specifically say white people are devils. You're not going to find those words. But what you are going to get is his characteristics passed down through generations of men and women. And I'm going to break that down after he cast his lot. So I just want to give you the backdrop of what he's dealing with. Finish the tape.
One, D, C, U. Now, question. How? Tell me. I'm open. Tell me. New Testament. What's that third verse say? Watch this. Therefore, fight it. Therefore, let no one deceive you. That tells me then that in order to be deceived, I have to let somebody do it. They cannot deceive me without my cooperation. Now, question. How can I tell if I'm being deceived in any given area of life? How would an individual know whether someone else was deceiving them? How would you determine? Now I'm talking about in the natural realm. How would I know that somebody is not deceiving me? I'd have to check it out, wouldn't I? If they said they were something, then I would ask for references. Because if you are who you say you are, somebody else in the world ought to know it. I ain't going to be your first customer. No. So the Bible says, let no what? Let no what? Watch this now. Let no one deceive you by any means, whether black or white. Let no one deceive you by any means, for that day will not come unless the falling away come first, and the man of sin is revealed, the son of...
The who of sin? Now, did this scripture say that the spirit is sin or that a man of sin? So this is talking about a man being revealed, not a spirit. Right? It says, let no one deceive you by any means, for that day will not come unless the falling away comes first, meaning his educational system is falling away. His political power around the world is beginning to fall away. Caucasians are being ran out of Africa, ran out of Asia. The Chinese don't even back down from America no more. She ain't welcome nowhere. Huh? Let no man deceive you unless there come a fallen world first, and the man of sin be revealed. America is charging Kosovo, the Albanians, and Milosevic with ethnic cleansing. Where he threw a stone back at her. How you going to charge me? Your whole country was founded on ethnic cleansing. Huh? And the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God. We showed you that picture. He went around the world exalting himself as God. Come on, Reverend Price. This don't say spirit. It says a man of sin. Who is the man of sin? Roll the tape.
Opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he sits as God in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Do you not remember that when I was still with you, I told you these things, and now you know what is restraining, that he may be revealed in his own time? For the mystery of lawlessness is already at work. Only he who now restrains will do so until he is taken out of the way. And then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord will consume with the breath of his mouth and destroy with the brightness of his coming. The coming of the lawless one is according to the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders, and with all unrighteousness, deception among those who perish, because they did not receive the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this reason God will send them strong delusion, that they shall believe the lie, that they all may be condemned who did not believe the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness.
Stop. Now, run it back to the beginning of that scripture. Right there. Stop it right here. Now, the question becomes, run it back a little further.
Righteous.
Right there. Now, the question becomes,
The mystery of law.
If the Bible is a book of scriptures, what we want to know is what people possess this characteristics. See? Because somebody got to grow up into that role. The Bible is scriptures. It's a book of metaphors, similes, and parables. And the preachers know that these have to be brought down to modern terms, because the average person don't even know what the hell it's saying. Do you remember? Do you not remember? No, we don't. We lost our memory. Do you? You know, what country in Africa are you really from? You don't know. You don't remember. So you just have to say I'm an African. But specifically, where in Africa? It's a lot of countries in Africa. You don't know. Do you not remember that when I was still with you, I told you these things, and now you know what is restraining, that he may be revealed in his own time. For the mystery of lawlessness is, run it,
At work.
already at work. Only he who now restrains will do so until he is taken out of the way. He ain't talking about no spirit. It's talking about that same man of sin. And then the lawless one. Yeah, well, we've become lawless, but we wasn't like that before we came to America. You're that way now because you learned that from the lawless one. And then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord will consume with the breath of his mouth and destroy with the brightness of his coming. The coming of the lawless one is...
Strange will do so until he is...
Stop it. According to the working of Satan, with all power. What country prides itself on being the last of the superpower? Come on, don't be scared. White folks ain't in here. You so scared of white folks, you think they're on one of the other side of your brain watching you. I mean, that's white supremacy. They got us in self-check. Oh, I can't think bad of white folks. But you can easily think bad of a black man. This Satan now, because see, Satan ain't devil. Satan give power to devils. Satan is the wisest of all the devils. That's right. Thank you. With all power, signs, and lying wonders. What do you mean lying wonders? Because if you try to come against their power, they got planes, they got ships, they got technology, man. They got satellites, lying wonders, watching you. Huh? Through their satellites, man, they can tell where graves are. They can see an ant crawling in Europe. But they claim they can't see drugs coming in the black community. That's white supremacy. They claim they can't do nothing to the inner city schools. But you can send a space shuttle in space, spending at least $5 billion every time you send one. No wonder the white children there are blowing up the school, shooting up everybody. God is causing them to go crazy. And with all unrighteousness, deception among those who perish. I mean, who have we been deceived as a people? Come on. Then in the early days, they told us we should be glad to be in America. Then they tell us that when they found us in Africa, they found us in trees. Then they tell us at one time, until Elijah Muhammad dispelled it and Negro scholars started going to get the proof of it, they even told us we was from apes. Because the first group of slaves that they brought, they took the child from the mother and the father, killed the parents, so that that child now had to be raised by a lion cracker. So as that baby grow up and the baby say, who am I? You ain't nothing. Your people are heroes of wood. In fact, your people were a cursed people. So the book of Jeremiah said, my people have been taken captive into another land, have been cut off. Is there any help for the widow's son among these devil, lying, deceptive people telling us we ain't nothing? They came among the Mexican, the Spanish, wiped them out, gave them their God, and they became Catholics. And in return, what did they get? Hell, right now I know Mexicans that are Mexicans Americans under white supremacy. When they see Mexicans running over the border, even Mexicans are calling them aliens. I mean, how dare any of us? When I see them running over the border, I'm going to help them. Get in, man. Get in the benzo. Get in. Shit, please. This is their land. What Negro have the right to become a congressman and to make up laws keeping people out? They got a statue in New York Harbor talking about, give me your tired, your hungry, your huddled masses yearning to be free. Give them tempest tossed to me. Not these niggas, though. But white folks get in here easy. They brought all them white refugees in here with no problem. And they living good. Getting a good education. We've been here all this time, cuz y'all ain't never gave up no plane ride, cuz. They came over here on 747s, man. But we perish because they did not receive the love of the truth, that they might be saved. See, we don't like the love of the truth. And for this reason, God will send them among delusions that they should believe the lie. We believed the lie all our lives, brother. We believed that that man was Jesus. Man, I had to fight my mother to get her to take that picture off her wall. In fact, when I first reached for it, I heard a gun click. If you touch it, I'll shoot you. Like, hold up, okay, Ma, okay. All right, I'm putting it back. I'm putting it back. There was 3 pictures in my house you never touched. The picture of Jesus, the picture of Kennedy, and the Last Supper. Leave them damn pictures alone. Them my gods. Run the tape.
Did not believe the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Now, these are the verses that Mr. Muhammad, the messenger of Allah, the prophet of Allah, gave us. I didn't see, now maybe your translation says that. I saw nothing in there about white people. Now let's just be, all I want to do is be honest. As honest as I know how to be. He's the one that said that the devils are the white folks. Now we just read the, oh, see, this is so good because he's the one that quoted the Bible.
Take those down.
You can't blame that on Fred, brother. My Muslim brother that feels like I'm attacking you. Your man said it. Put it in print. Hard copy. We just checked it out. Nothing in that one said nothing about white folks being the devil. Uses the word Satan in there once, but didn't say anything about white folks. Now, I'll admit a whole lot of white folks down through time have acted like the devil. We know that. Klan does that on a regular basis. But let's go now to Revelation chapter 12. Book of Revelation.
Stop it. Okay. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to go back to the chalkboard again for those of you who was not here last week. The question to Reverend Price is, who was Adam? The Christian scholars have said that the Bible only goes back 6,000 years with the making of Adam. You have Charles Darwin. You have Dr. John Davy. You have Dr. George G. Frazier. You have Dr. Pritchard and Dr. Conklin and others who agree with Elijah Muhammad. The Bible comes out of the Hebrew text. Now, Adam, if you remember, if you know anything about your Bible, Adam started trouble by transgressing against God's instruction, right? After Adam and Eve transgressed, what did God do to them? He put them out. There was something in their nature, something in their character, something in their make. But the question becomes, is the Adam of the Bible the first people? See? The Bible only goes back 6,000 years. Let's bring Mr. Leakey, a white anthropologist. We're going to bring him to the witness stand today. Every Caucasian or black that study anthropology, Leakey is at the forefront of it. And in his writings, Leakey said that the Caucasian race only goes back 6,000 years, and he couldn't even trace it past Europe. Adam of the book. Now, many Christians, and we said this last week, but I'm going to say it again this week. Many Christians believe that Adam of the Bible was the first man. If he was, why did God say, come on, let us make man? Who was the us helping God make Adam? How you going to make him? He's going to be in our image. He's going to be like us. But he ain't going to be us. What you going to do after you make him? I'm going to give him some power and dominion. I'm going to let him control things for a while to see how he act with it. Then one book said about the devil, or this making of this people, 6 days shall you rule. But on the 7th day, I'm going to put your rule to an end. 6 days is equal to 1,000 years, Timothy said, and 1,000 years equal to a day. So that's approximately 6,000 years. Now, I hope y'all ready. Y'all all right? There are some books of the Bible that they didn't put in, and we got some of them with us today. Now, they ain't authorized by King James. He don't like these. He didn't put them in. Don't put them in. That tells too much about our history. Y'all all right? Adam. Let's look at it. Y'all all right? Who is this person? In the Hebrew language, there are no vowels, no A-E-I-O-U. DM comes from a Hebrew root, diem. Diem means a ruddy race. Reverend Price, if you go look up the word ruddy, ruddy means a person who is pale, reddish, or rosy cheeked. No, Santa Claus. But the human family of the world talks about, in many of other people's tradition, about a ruddy race people coming. Y'all all right? I'm going to show you in the writings where a Jewish rabbi had a conversation with a black king in Arabia about an albino child he had. This is a ruddy race people. This man in the Bible, this Adam is a part of the teachings of Yaqub. See, now the Muslims are saying, "Oh, this can't be true." Shut up. Because this same Adam is in the Quran. Surah 2, verse 30. When God wanted to make his man. And the angel said, wait, we already here. What are you going to make? Except that which caused the mischief and the shedding of blood. Reverend Price, why didn't you tell the people that in the book, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said a white man had been here for 6,000 years. And every 1,000 years he's been here, he's killed over 100 million people. Murdered them. This is a part of their history. So Adam, when you take it out of the Hebrew text, means a ruddy race people. Y'all all right? Now let's go to some of the scientists. This Adam was causing trouble, right? If you read the book of Genesis, the book of genes, or genetics, or Genesis, chapter 3, verse 24. Y'all write that down? Chapter 3, verse 24. It reads, well, we're going to start with 23, speaking on Adam. Therefore, the Lord God sent forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims. Now, black folks, Christians, what's a cherubim? They don't know. Now, a cherubim is a man, a God, standing guard, watching. He's on his post. Why did you put a cherubim there, God? And a flaming sword, which turned every way, to keep the way of the tree of life out. A flaming sword, meaning a two-edged sword. So if we saw Adam or his kind trying to come back in, they would take their heads. It's in their Masonic order. Because a lot of Christian preachers are Masons, but they won't tell you the truth. And a Mason are taught to keep the Quran a secret. and the history of Adam a secret. The question becomes, now I'm coming up, y'all, bear with me. This is called the lost book of the Bible and the forgotten books of Eden. These books was found by an archaeologist in Ethiopia. No, that's where Jesus' mother is from. Ethiopia. In this book are some of the books of the Bibles that the European left out. There's a book called the Book of Adam and Eve. Listen at why Adam got drove out and where he got drove to. Chapter 4 in the book of Adam and Eve. And then it says, but Adam and Eve wept for having come out of the garden, their first abode. And indeed, when Adam looked at his flesh, because he was a different people, that was altered, he wept bitterly, and Eve over what they had done. And they walked and went gently down into the cave of treasure. What? No, come on. Don't get emotional. Let's look at human history. What group of people lived in caves? Well, you know, there was some Mexican Indians that lived in caves too. But where was these caves? Where was the Garden of Eden? The Garden of Eden was that part of this country that's called Mecca, Arabia. Look at it now. And as they came to it, Adam wept over himself and said to Eve, look at this cave, that it is to be our prison in this world, and a place of punishment. What is it compared with the garden? What is it in comparison with the garden? What is it narrowness compared with the space of the others? What is this rock by the side of those groves? What is the gloom of this cabin compared with the light of the garden? What is this overhanging ledge of rocks to shelter us compared with the mercy of the Lord that overshadows us? What is the soil of this cave compared with the garden land, this earth strewed with stones, and that planted with delicious fruit trees? And Adam said to Eve, look at thine eyes, and at mine, which afore beheld angels in heaven praising, and they too without ceasing. But now we do not see as we did. Our eyes have become of flesh. They cannot see in like manner as they saw before. Adam said again to Eve, what is our body to do compared to that which was the former days when we dwelt in the garden? After this, Adam did not like to enter the cave under the overhanging rocks, nor would he ever have entered. But he bowed to God's orders and said to himself, unless I enter the cave, I shall again be a transgressor. Adam and Eve was ran out of the garden, they said, over the rocks and into the hills and cave sides of Europe. That coincides with the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Let's see if other writings say it. There's a brother that did a study. His name is Paul Lawrence Guthrie. He wrote a book called Making of the White Man, History, Tradition, and the Teachings of Elijah Muhammad, because he wanted to see if others had wrote similar writings to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Y'all all right? Let's find out. I gave you a scholar by the name of George Frazier. Let me give you the book that he wrote. The book is called Folklore in the Old Testament. Let me give you the copyright dates, because I want you to have everything. It's called Folklore in the Old Testament. New York, Macmillan Company, 1923, pages 11 and 12. The book is called Folklore in the Old Testament, New York, Macmillan Company, 1923, page 11 and 12. Now, he's writing about the Maudu Indians on the account of the white-skinned people. He says one such account has been handed down in the tradition of the Maudu Indians. In their record of the making of man, the Maudu point out that in the beginning, God made two people out of dark red clay. But that one day, after a garden was planted, those same two people turned very white. Not only is the Maudu account similar to the Bible story of Adam and Eve, but it is also offers information supportive of the position that the first white people were somehow transformed out of an earlier, darker-skinned people. In his book, Folklore in the Old Testament, George G. Frazier, which is a European, quotes from the Maudu account regarding God's making of man. As preserved in Maudu tradition, Frazier writes, one day he took dark red earth, mixed it with water, and fashioned two figures. Don't that sound familiar? That's in the Holy Quran. That God took Adam and fashioned him out of black mud. Right? The Bible, God took two men and women and fashioned them out of the dirt of the earth. You don't see white dirt nowhere on our planet unless you're near a beach somewhere. And that ain't dirt. One of them, now he goes to say, one day he took dark red earth, mixed it with water, and fashioned two figures. One of them a man and the other a woman. The next morning he thrust a piece of pitch wood into the ground, and fire burst out. The two people were very white. No one today is so white as they were. A similar tradition from India explains that the first Caucasians were made when a group of dark-skinned people gave birth to light-complexioned babies, who in turn gave birth to a nation of albinos, from whom other whites were born. Dr. John Davy mentions this tradition and considered the possibility of the white race having originated in this manner in his book entitled Account of the Island of Ceylon. As to the likelihood that whites first came into existence through a means of similar to this, Dr. Davy admitted. Let me tell you, Dr. Davy, let me give you his book. Because if I don't tell you what white folks said, you ain't going to believe. His book is entitled Account of the Island of Ceylon. John Davy, cited by Alexander Winchell in a book called The Pre-Adamites, Chicago, 1880, page 349 and 350. Man, he admitted it is easy to conceive that an accidental variety of the kind might propagate, and that the white race of mankind is sprung from such an accidental variety. The East Indians are of this opinion, and there is a tradition or story among them in which this origin is assigned to us. This views of scientists like Dr. Davy and others concerning the origin of the white race generally are in accord with Muhammad's teaching, in that most agree that white people had to have come into being by way of darker skinned parents. Y'all all right? See, you didn't go far enough, Reverend Price. This much at least was admitted by another scientist called L. Bork, who in an article entitled Origin of Racial Characteristics in Man. Y'all all right? That's his book. His book is called what? Origin of Racial Characteristics in Man. This is a Jew called L. Bork. Now, you can get his book. It comes out of the American Journal of Physical Anthropology. Comes out of New York AR List, quoted by H.P. Weiserman. He has a book called Ethnic Pigmentation, Historical, Physiological, and Clinical Aspects, New York American, Alzenviral Publication, 1974, page 58. Let's see what the Jews got to say about this. Origin of Racial Characteristics in Man wrote, white skin started from an ancestor with a black skin, in whose offspring's hair and iris color was suppressed more and more. This is a Jew saying that white skin originated out of black skin, in whose offspring's hair and iris color were suppressed more and more. That description matches perfectly with what Elijah Muhammad refers to as grafting. Don't tell me white folks can't graft. There's nothing new under the sun. They have taken a sheep and grafted a sheep, right? And in that sheep, in the grafting, they have taken certain of its characteristics out and made a sheep. And the other day on CNN, they admitted that this grafted sheep will never be able to outlive the original sheep because it's not original. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad writes, whenever you take something and graft it out of original, you have made that thing a devil. Ooh. Now, Charles Darwin, he discussed the origin of race. He too expressed the opinion that selection over the course of many generations had to have been used in bringing about what he called the characteristic differences between the races of man. He even went on to conclude that without some form of selected breeding, such racial differences simply cannot be accounted for in a satisfactory manner. Darwin's findings that new races were formed by continuing to marry offspring who shared similar physical characteristics is consistent with Muhammad's explanation of the grafting process. Breed the lighter with the lighter. And every time you get a light baby, breed that light baby with another light baby until you come up with a white man. Y'all all right? I told you I got to take my time. I want to give you all of these white scholars. James Corliss Pritchett, a doctor and a British anthropologist, looked at the facts and concluded that the physical differences between the races of man could only have resulted from a method comparable to the process of artificial selection carried on by plant and animal breeders. When it came to answering the question of where all of this selective breeding could have taken place, Dr. Edwin Grant Crocklin, a professor of biology at Princeton University, pointed out that geographic isolation similar to the kind that Muhammad said occurred on the island of Pelan. Y'all all right? Where's the island of Pelan? Right outside of Greece, in the Aegean Sea. Who taught us that? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, brothers and sisters, I want to take you to some of the Shahnameh that you got to become familiar with, and then we'll close out. These are other historical accounts. This historical account comes out of Persia. The history of the ancient Persia is outlined in its national epic called the Shahnameh. This ancient account relates an event in which two dark-skinned parents gave birth to a white-skinned son. Now, the Bible story of Jacob's grafted flock. You can read that in Genesis 31, chapter 31, verse 41. The Bible story of Jacob's grafted flock is related to the birth of white people from black parents, is attested to by the ancient book of Jewish tradition called the Midrash Rabbah. There, a discussion is recorded between the black king of Arabia and a Jewish scholar called Aqaba. Aqaba is another name for Yaqub. In that discussion, the black king is said to have stated, "I am black, and my wife is black, yet she gave birth to a white son." This Jewish scholar came to the king, to which Aqaba response was, "Why are you surprised? If you are surprised at such a possibility, study the case of our father Jacob's flock, which were influenced in their conception by the rods." In Aqaba's response, he drew a connection between the birth of a white-skinned child to black parents with the case of Jacob, grafting of an unusually colored flock. That it took Jacob 6 years to graft his flock parallels with Muhammad's history of Yaqub taking 600 years to come up with the Caucasian. Man, it's so much, Mr. Price, but I don't have time to deal with it all. But let's go back to Shahnameh. The boy's father was terrified by the unusual color of the child, and he immediately announced to the people that this newly arrived son belonged to a race of devils. This is Shahnameh, the Persian people. The boy's father was terrified by the unusual color of the child, and he immediately announced to the people that this newly arrived son belonged to a race of devils. Soon thereafter, a group of men from among the elders of the city issued a warning concerning the white child's future. Turning toward the father of the boy, the elders declared, "This will be to thee productive of nothing but calamities." And in the story of Adam and Eve, a decision was made to remove the child from the region. And in the words of Shahnameh, the white-skinned boy was then stripped bare and removed from the land and abandoned in some remote place, far from association with man. Thus, this child was seized and taken to Mount Abras in the heart of the Caucasus Mountain. Man, that can be found in a book. Let me give you that book. The Epic of the Kings, Shahnameh, the national epic of Persia, by Fedorovsky, translated by Reuben Levy, a Jew. and Yashowski, another Jew, at Chicago, at the University of Chicago Press, 1967, page 36. Y'all all right? Look, another tradition, this is my last one, it's more. Another tradition recorded in the book of Enoch. This is one of the lost books of the, supposedly the lost books of the Bible. Also fits this familiar pattern and state that Lamech's wife gave birth to a white-skinned son. Lamech's white-skinned son likewise ends up in the Caucasus Mountains on Mount Ararat. According to the version found in the book of Enoch, Lamech, the boy's father, described the child as changed, unlike, and of different nature than those who had lived before him. As in the other accounts, the newly arrived child's skin is said to have been white as snow, and his hair was blonde. The book of Enoch talks about what happened when Lamech learned that his wife had given birth to an uncommonly colored child. In this regard, chapter 105 states, she became pregnant by him and brought forth a child, the flesh of which was white as snow and red as a rose, the hair of whose head was white, a ruddy race people. And lo, Lamech, his father, was afraid of him, and flying away to his own father Methuselah, said, I have begotten a son, a changed son. He is not human, but is of a different nature from ours, being altogether unlike to us. Here, the circumstances surrounding the birth of the white-skinned child symbolically represents the arrival of a new white-skinned race of people into the region of the Near East. Lamech's father Methuselah, not knowing what to make of the unusual-looking boy, went seeking the advice of his own father Enoch. Thus, Methuselah went to Enoch and said, a child has been born whose nature is not like the nature of man. His color is whiter than the snow. He is redder than a rose. The hair of his head is whiter than white. And behold, I am come to thee that thou mightest point out to me the truth. Listen, Methuselah's last statement suggests to be a hidden meaning of a symbolic purpose associated with the birth of a child. Then Enoch answered and said, the Lord will effect a new change upon the earth through this people. There are other historical accounts, brothers and sisters, and you can get it in the books if you were just to search it, that the Adam of the Bible is the Caucasian. And he was ran out of the garden by God for causing trouble. The Holy Quran says he is a shedder of blood. The Bible in the book of Romans, it says, wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the earth. It didn't say by one spirit. The book of Romans in chapter 5, verse 12. Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned. Listen. Verse 14 said, nevertheless, death reigned from Adam to Moses. The Bible says death reigned. It started with Adam all the way up to Moses, even over them that had not sinned after the similitude of Adam and his transgression, who is the figure of him that was come. Even the Bible tells you about Adam. And listen at what it says about their characteristics in the 3rd chapter of Romans, verse 13. Their throat is an open sepulchre. With their tongues they have used deceit. The poison of asp is under their lips, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Destruction and misery are in their way, and the way of peace have they not known. There is no fear of God before their eyes. Nor, now, we know that what things soever the law said, it said to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before God. Book of Revelation says, and the white horse. What horse? White horse. And the white horse. This is a white horse. Went out, right? And the rider was who? Death. And if the white horse and the rider was death, the book of Revelation said everywhere this rider who was on this horse, everywhere they went, what followed it? Hell. Everywhere they have gone, have they started trouble? Have they been quick to shed people's blood? They love blood. They love killing. Is that right? When they do a kill on animals, they drink the blood of the animal. Their feet is swift to shed blood. Lying in the seat is under their tongue when they found us. They lied to us. Is that right? So when the white horse went out and the rider was death, and hell followed close. Oh, Reverend Price, if you go to Revelations 13, it says, here is wisdom. Let him that have wisdom count the number of the beasts, for it is the number of a spirit. Ain't that what it say? For him that have wisdom, let him count the number of the beasts, for it is the number of a spirit. Brother Oliver, go upstairs and bring me my briefcase. I got to hit y'all with this one, then I'm going to let y'all out of here. I know y'all mad. Please. We're in classroom. We can't do it all in one lecture. Look, for him that have wisdom, we don't have no wisdom. Let him or her count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, not a spirit. What is his number? 600. 3 score. What is a score? 20. 3 score is 60. And 6. Everywhere this man go, this is his number. He's locked into the number 6. This is his history. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the first 6 represents the 600 years it took Jacob to make him on the island of Pilon, which agrees with a lot of people ancient history. Huh? You and I are under the number 6 too. 600, 3 score, and 6. Meaning everything he do is on the basis of a 6. Come on now. Look at the white man's system. It is based on 6s. Right? If you add these 3 6s, you get the number what? 18. At 18 years old, he say you grown. Is that right? You start the first grade at what age? 6. Right? Come on now, we got to run through these 6s because it's the number of the man. Right? His whole system is on 6. America is under 666. Huh? Where's the White House? Let's look at where Clinton is at. For all you niggas, when he's seeing you went and forgave him. See, that's white supremacy at work. Clinton is a known freak. Really, had oral sex in the Oval Office with another woman, and black people went to his aid. But you didn't do that for Ben Chavis. See, white supremacy. He didn't even ask you for forgiveness. Just gave it to him anyway. The White House address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, right? The Washington what? D.C. D represents 500. C represents 100. That equals what? 600. Is that right? That's the district of Columbia. Let's count these numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, 6. Is that right? Hold on. 1600 Pennsylvania. Avenue. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, 6. Everything he do for him to have wisdom, let him count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. 666. We ain't through. His favorite drink come in a what pack? Huh? When you get your aerosol spray, he said hold it approximately 6 inches from your head. Is that right? His money system is based on 6. The penny, the nickel, the dime, the quarter, 50 cent, and the dollar. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it start all over again. The $5, $1 bill, the $5 bill, the $20 bill, the $50 bill, C note, you know, the dub. I got to speak the brother's language. Right? And the money, his dollar bills are 6 inches long. Everything he do is under 6. Huh? Look, America, her borders or her circumference, a diameter. America is 2,000 miles by 3,000 miles, equaling 6. America can't get out from under this number 6. Hold up, there's another cat. I hope I brought it. Y'all all right? Man, he's under 6. Look, his favorite drink come in a what pack? His favorite gun when he first started off, the Cowboys had a what shooter? His sheriff wear a what star badge? He can't get out from under the number 6. Huh? That's true. When he bury you how many feet under? How many people carry your casket? White woman said she like her man to be 6 feet tall. And she like him tall, dark, and handsome. See? That's where intermarriages came from. Y'all all right? I mean, you may say, oh, it's coincidental. Yeah. White supremacy makes you reject stuff like that. Y'all all right? His grammar system is set up on 6. Now, to end it all, the man who sits over all Christendom, this guy, the Pope, he's under 6 too. Who is this in the Bible say this whore who sat on the 7 hills? Where are the 7 hills? They're right over in the Caucasus Mountains. That's where the Pope of Rome sit. It was popes who commissioned people to bring us into slavery. See? The Pope under Catholicism. Listen, I'm going to show you something. The Pope wears a triple crown. And on the triple crown of the Pope is written these words: vicarious, oops, I don't know what I'm looking at. Vicarious, Filii Dei. Vicarious, Filii should have wrote it this way, huh? And Dei. These are Roman alphabets that also have numerical value. All right? Let's count it out. The V in the Roman alphabet, which also have numerical value, is interchangeable also with U and has the value equaling 5. The Pope wears this on his triple crown now. Now, that means the Pope, or the vicar of God, here's a man who says, I stand in the place of God. That's what it means. I stand in the place as God. The Popes. The I equals 1. You know what a C note is. What's a C note, brothers? That's 100. The A has no value. The aura has no value. It equals 0. Again, the I equals 1. The U equals 5. S have no value. Now, we got to add these up. 5 and 1. 6 and 100. 106. 106 and 1. 107 and 5. 112. Filii. The F has no numerical value, 0. I equals 1. L, 50. The two I's equals 1. Let's add these up. 1 and 50. Plus 1. Plus 1. Dei. The D equals. The E equals 0. The I equals 1. 50 and 0. 50 and 1. 51. I'm sorry, 500. You're right. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. 501. Let's add these up. 2 and 3. Plus 1. 1 and 5. 1 and 5. Here is wisdom. For him or her to have an understanding, count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. The Pope of Rome, Reverend Price, vicarious, Filii Dei. I stand in the place of God as God. You're a damn lie, you Satan. Thank you for listening, and may Allah bless you as I greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum.